So we just saw parenting styles that were authoritarian or controlling and permissive or indulgent on the other side. The research shows that an authoritative style is the most effective. That's right in the middle. So this means that parents provide love and support while also setting age and developmentally appropriate limits to provide safety and structure. When parents set and enforce limits in a loving way, they model positive qualities or skills for their children. Patience is one example of a positive quality or skill that you model by setting loving limits. What are other examples that you think that you can, of things that you show by this authoritative style?
You said patience? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. It's a positive quality or skill.
Just listening.
Listening, okay. Communication, yeah. Respect. Self-control. Okay. What do you think a child might learn about a parent who sets and enforces limits in a loving way? So what is the child thinking about that parent who has loving limits?
They look at their parent hopefully in a respectful
Okay, so
Yeah.
respect for the parent.
manner, because over time they see, okay, I can't always have what I want, but sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
we get to do the things I like,
Mhm.
so they don't see it automatically, but just over time.
Right. So they know they're not always getting cut down,
Right.
but there are
It's give and take.
right.
You know.
Right, as in all relationships.
Right,
That's
exactly.
right. It's a model for life. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Just that it happened later.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking when you're setting limits now, that doesn't necessarily happen. They're seeing you as
Well, it feels,
you know.
yeah, it feels like you're limiting them in
Right.
the moment, but and
Right,
parenting
right.
is long term.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, that's true. That in the moment it can be difficult because
Yeah.
your
You're the
child is
worst
saying,
mom
I
in the
don't
world
want that.
because you're setting a limit.
Right, right, well, right.
Mhm.
But it's important to remember, long term,
Right.
what you're doing, you're setting loving limits. That what you're actually teaching your kids is that you're going to keep them safe. That you are consistent as a parent. You follow through with what you do, with what you say. You're fair. You can be approached. You will communicate respectfully with them, and as they gain more abilities to be able to communicate, it can, they can start somewhat being a give and take. You can take their opinions and their desires into consideration in age appropriate ways.
Mhm.
So when a child fulfills expectations that have been set and enforced in a loving way, skills and character traits are developed, and this builds resiliency. So as I read a few scenarios, use these 7 C's posters, or page 9 in your workbook, to identify which of the 7 C's match the learned skill or trait that I read. And remember, the 7 C's are control, character, coping, connection, contribution, competence, and confidence. Okay, so which of the 7 C's might this one be addressing? The child practices and masters new skills.
Competence.
Competence, absolutely. The child chooses to fulfill expectations and assume more responsibilities.
Contribution.
It could be contribution, it could contributing to the family. Anything else?
Control.
Control, they're more in control over what they're doing. Sure. The child recognizes that when they are responsible, they are rewarded with appreciation.
Confidence.
Okay, they're feeling good and being responsible, and they're being awarded, and for that. Anything else? Contribution. They're responsible. They're contributing to what needs to happen in the family or society. The child gains self-esteem and self-assurance in his or her new abilities.
Confidence.
The child, character, could be character too, right? The child sees respect modeled by his or her parent and reciprocates it. Character. The child learns to trust his or her parent. Connection. The child learns to consider the needs of others and to have empathy. Character. And coping too. Empathy is part of the